Alright, hello there MTGOntario and ManaDeprived.com. This is Fam again here for another Scars of Mirrodin 8.4 draft video. And let's just get things started right away. This pack is pretty juicy. We got a Thopter Assembly, a Corrupted Conscience, and a Kadotha Flame Fiend, which stand out immediately at me. Or possibly even a Gruesome Encore if I was a member of Channel Fireball. But I am not, so I am not looking at that as a real card. Or even as a sick punt. But the rest of the pack is not so great otherwise. Another card that people might consider is Morbid Plunder. But out of the first three cards that I mentioned, I think Thopter Assembly is probably the card that is probably the strongest. It is color neutral, so we don't actually have to commit to anything right away. Otherwise, the blue mage in me would want to take the Corrupted Conscience. Let me just adjust my screen here for a second. There we go. The Corrupted Conscience is very powerful, like as any control magic effect would be, but again that's committing us to a color. I don't want to do that right away, and taking Thopter Assembly is just good in my opinion, so I'm going to just take that and be on my way. The pack seems kind of empty. I haven't really ever played with Titan Forge, but I can see how slow it looks and not a big fan of it. This is probably decent in sealed, but which is a little bit slower, but I don't think that something like this could go a long way. It reminds me a lot of like Golem Foundry, maybe like a little bit better obviously, but it's still pretty slow. Otherwise I think it's like maybe Sphere of the Suns is a great pick here, again color neutral. There's Gore Vassal is another uncommon, it's not very exciting. Morbid Plunder again. Quicksilver Geyser is also a really good card, like a really good blue card that I like a lot. But considering we passed the control magic, I'm probably fine with shipping more blue cards at this point, just to give the person to our left a stronger blue signal, and give us something to work with in pack 2. So I'm gonna take the Sphere of the Suns here, since I think it's the best color neutral and overall decent, like probably the best card in this pack. Otherwise, well, there's a lot of like Quicksilver Geysers being shipped to us, so I mean it's possible that blue is open, but then considering the fact we shipped 2 strong blue cards already to our left, like it's probably not going to work out for us if we're going to fight with the person to our left for pack 2. Otherwise there's a bunch of artifacts that we can pick from, and I'm not impartial to any of the living weapons because I think they're all really good. This one's a little bit heavy, but it does a lot of work, and 4 toughness is a lot. Otherwise, like there's a Tangle Mantis. I think we passed one already, but like going Tangle Mantis for something like, I don't know, what do you call that? Was it the dinosaur deck? That's right. That's always good too. I'm gonna take the more artifacts here and just try and stay neutral until someone ships me something great. Alright, well there's more treasure mage. There's more blue cards coming. We can take the treasure mage here because it doubles a Thopter Assembly, which is good for us. There's Ichor Wellspring and a couple other cards here. Like the problem with taking the treasure mage again, it's a blue card. We've been shipping blue cards like non-stop, so I don't think that's very great to take it at this point because it feels like we're probably going to get cut. We're going to get cut in blue if we take it. At this point, I don't see any particular card that stands out other than the treasure mage. But again, I can take Ichor Wellspring, which is fine. It's a color neutral card. It's an artifact. I'm probably going to some kind of metalcraft later. I'm going to take the Wellspring here and then just again try and stay open. Well, we don't have a whole lot coming at this point. We got more Wellsprings. We got another Strandwalker. We got an Ogre Resistor, which is okay. Bladed Sentinel. Like we didn't see any strong color signals at this point, so I don't want to take a colored card just yet either. Again, Gust Skimmer is pretty much a blue card, so I don't want to take that either. Fuel for the Cause not so great. Morbid Plunder is also very good. Could probably end up going black. We shipped two Morbid Plunders early. If we get one of those back, we might take it at that point. I'm gonna stay open again. I'm gonna probably just take another Strandwalker. Nah, that's probably too heavy. I'm gonna take the Ichor Wellspring. It's probably safer that way. This pack doesn't have a whole lot going for it. There is a blue Sun Zenith, which is not great, but not terrible either. It's a pretty strong blue signal, though, considering all the blue cards have been passed. I kind of just want to give it to the person to our left at this point, considering, like, it pretty much all just derailed as soon as we passed the Corrupted Conscience, that we're pretty sure that we're not going to be in blue as soon as we pass that. So I kind of just want to keep shipping it along, and just put that person into hard blue. I think at this point the only real pick for us, so we can actually pick a color, is Radiant Emissary. It's a pseudo ramp card and it sort of gets us up there, so I'm going to take that. Alright, so there's even more blue cards here. Maybe I should have committed to blue after taking that that Treasure Mage, but we'll see how it works out in pack 2. I'm not exactly sure if it was the right choice or not, but in this pack we could take another color like Ogre Resistor. I don't want to take more blue cards again for the same reasons. Or a Mirror Sire. I think that Ogre Resistor is fine, but again, I don't want to commit to another color, and I might want to go black if I see more Replenders come around, so I'll take a Mirror Sire for now and stay neutral. I know it might be unlikely that the more Replenders come around, but you never know. At this point, there's not much going for us. I could probably just take a Gliss's Courier out of this pack and be on my way. The rest of the cards are not that exciting, and again, I'm not a huge fan of red right now. Like, we could read this as a signal, but I'm not gonna jump into red for any of these cards right now. So the only other red cards we've seen so far have just been some stuff like Ogre Resistor, so not too exciting. This pack we got the Razorfield Rhino or the Bladed Sentinel, which are color. Bladed Sentinel is technically a white card actually. The Partisan and the Banishment Decree are also white. Again, I don't know. I'm not too excited about the Razorfield Rhino, but I think it's fine here. It's again neutral. So, alright, Tangle Mantis came back. There's a good sign. So at this point, I think we might be looking to go big with like the Dinosaurs plan or something like that. Titan Forge, obviously no one else likes it either, so I'm just gonna keep shipping that along too. Pack doesn't seem that great, but Unnatural Predation, if we go for the Dinosaurs deck, might be really good, considering like giving Trample is pretty big deal in that sort of a deck, so I'm gonna take that. And I don't want another Razorfield Rhino because I think that it would make the deck too heavy. I'll take the Cost Courier here because if we go Dinosaurs, red's a good color to pair the Dinosaurs. I know that I've been shipping all the Ogre Resistors before, but again, I wasn't too excited about that either. I'm going to take the Gust Skimmer as like the only real card in that pack. And let's wrap this pack up. So it's not too exciting, but we got the makings for a deck possibly. If we get some like nice sack outlets for Ichor Wellsprings, we might be able to combo off. Hand of Predators. That's unfortunate for us. I don't think we can take that. I don't think we have a single Infect card, so this is not the point where I'm gonna go jumping into Infect. This pack doesn't have a whole lot going for it. Bellowing Tangleworm is fine. Turn to Slag is okay, but then we're pretty much trying to commit ourselves in red at that point. There's nothing in black here, obviously, and it's basically between the two 5-drops. It's do I want a removal spell or do I want a big creature? Like, one is definitely a color that we're playing. Well, not definitely, but it's pretty sure. And the red card, like, Turn to Slag is obviously the more powerful card. I think I can take it here, and if it ends up getting cut, it ends up getting cut. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Bellowing Tangleworm. It's great in the Dinosaurs deck, but I'm not too excited right away to take it. Okay, so this is a pack. Now I think we can sort of pretty much define our color combination. We got a Galvanic Blast and a Furnace Celebration. I think Galvanic Blast is obviously the more powerful card here. Furnace Celebration is the more explosive card. provided that we get the right tools for it, but I'm not gonna, jump into that right away until I have something to go on. The Perilous Mirror is also something to look at, so is the Mana Mirror, but I think Galvanic Blast as a 1-for-1 removal spell is just the most efficient, so I'm going to take that. This pack doesn't have a whole lot going for it. No, not really. It has a Heartstoker for us, Withstand Death, Semblance Amble, Battle Gear. That's pretty much it. And Golem Foundry. This pack is pretty bad. I think I'll just probably take... I don't know, this is awful, god. Actually, I think I'm going to take the Golden Urn out of this pack. As crazy as it sounds, if we get something like the Furnace Celebration coming back, then the Golden Urn will work out. Like another card that I might think about playing here is Bar Battle Gear, because it goes well with large creatures, but then at the same time you don't really need it on large creatures. It seems like a little bit of overkill, but I'm going to take the Golden Urn here, and maybe the Heartstoker would have been a better pick, but who knows. This pack doesn't have a whole lot going for it either, and there's a Horizon Spellbomb for us, which will enable any splash that we pick up later. So I guess that's fine. Blade Tribe Berserker is also notable, but I'm not going to take it at this point. It's okay though. Yeah, I'm going to take the Spellbomb and move on. Alright, I like to see this. I like to see the Acid Web Spider at this point. Kind of want one of the Mana Mirrors too, but the Acid Web Spider is just really good value for us, so I'm just going to take that. Could take the Telgelad Fallen as like a straight up defensive card, but I don't see a reason to take that over Panic Spellbomb at this point, especially get the chance to picking up a Furnace Celebration or two. So I mean, it's a solid card, but again, it's a common, and the Spellbomb is a cantrip card. I think I'm just going to take a bunch of those right now, just fill my deck up that way. This pack's not exciting. We got a Flameborn Hellion for us, which is fine. And there's a lot of flyers going around. That might be a problem for us. We got one spider and a couple removal spells to deal with it, but we'll see where that goes. Oh, there's a Ferrovore in this pack. Okay, Ferrovore goes really well with this deck, considering we have Mirror Sires and 2 Echo Wellsprings. So, and that's pretty good. The Origin spell is still in this pack. Jeez. I think even though I don't really like it, I think we have to take the Bladed Pinions out of this pack because there's nothing else really for us. And if you put a Bladed Pinion on like a large man, things get real bad real fast for them. So, like that, I guess. And see, the Furnace Celebration came back, so I'll take that and feel good about my deck choice. So nothing in here really. I guess I don't want to get blown up by Tainted Strike. Take that out. And take a Necrogen Sensor. Probably not playing it. Darksteel Mirror. Probably will get in the cut. Assault Strobe also getting the cut. So this deck looks not too bad, and there's a Kadoltha Phoenix. Yeah, Kadoltha Phoenix. The rest of the pack has a Grasp of Darkness, not in our color obviously, Turn to Slag, which unfortunately we have to pass for a better 5-drop card. Chrome Steed is alright. We have a few artifacts. I don't think we absolutely need it, and it's obviously not as strong as Kadoltha Phoenix, so I'm going to take the Phoenix and move on. Zuri, I'm not too hung up on that. We have an Arrest we can splash, and the rest is mediocre, so yeah, I'm going to take the Arrest and probably end up splashing white. It's going to be a little awkward with the Kadoltha Phoenix, but what are you going to do? We got a Barrage Ogre, which is perfect, I think, for this deck, and yeah, that's it. So, ooh, Iron Mirror, that's good. Considering how heavy our deck is, we need as much mana sources at this point, so we're probably a little heavy on cards at this point, so I'll probably make some cuts. Wow, okay. Which dinosaur do I want? I'm gonna guess that one of the Tyranaxes is gonna table. There's a Shatter in this pack too. This is rough. There's a good chance one of these 3 giant monsters will come back to us, so could take the removal spell at this point. I don't think I have a whole lot in ways to deal with like my opponent's stuff, so maybe taking the Shatter here might be better. The Slagworm is just such a beating though, but it does cost a lot. Our deck already costs like infinite. I think they're just gonna take the Shatter here and hopefully one of the giant monsters tables. Might be wrong here. We'll see. Sylvok Replica seems like it goes perfectly well with our sack plan, and yeah, I'm fine with that. I might end up just cutting this Golden Urn now. Probably have too many cards. We definitely have too many cards. Cut the Bladed Pinions, don't like that. Don't need the Unnatural Predation, I think. I don't think we need both the Couriers. I think our deck's going to be red heavy, so I'm going to cut the Glissa's Courier. I actually just realized we have like 3 green cards. We might actually just cut them all together. But then we're getting all these dinosaurs. Okay, now we have to stop and think for a second, because we might not actually have to take the dinosaur here, especially because we had like 3 giant monsters in that pack that one will definitely table to us, I think, unless everyone's like in the giant dinosaur plan. The Volshock Replica is actually a reasonable card here because it sacks, which triggers our Furnace Celebration. It trades with stuff like Cyst Bearer, and it costs 3, which fills out our curve better. I think I'm going to take that at this point. Might be wrong. I got another Furnace Celebration, so I think I'm going to take that now. There's 7 cards left. We're not going to get the Ferivore back, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? Alright, so now we're sort of just drafting the Furnace Celebration deck and trying to make things work from there. This pack doesn't have a whole lot going for us. Probably just take something that we can't deal with instead of something we can't play, or we won't play, like Volshock Heartstoker. So I'll probably just take the Invisimancer and not have to worry about that. Again, nothing that great here. I'm probably not playing the Gear Grabber, so I'll probably just take a Disperse away from somebody. Flyers are annoying. Oh, are any of the dinosaurs coming back? This might not be very good. Is it this pack? Can't remember now. Alright, so our dinosaur plan kind of didn't pan out, but, well, I don't think we really needed it, and I think the Shadow will be more useful for us anyways. We'll see. Card's so good. Alright, so I'm gonna put this on the side now. I'm not sure if we have to splash it yet, but we'll see how our mana looks like. Putting the absolute played cards there first. Definitely play all of these. It's over there. And alright, at this point we have 22 cards. Let's see, sort by color again, sorry. With 11 artifacts. So I think the Rhino is not making it in. We have 11 creatures. Kinda sketchy. Let's see here. Oh, this counts as a creature too, so that's okay. I got a bunch of big bombs. Let's see here. Could probably splash the arrest. Or it depends, like I think I want to either splash the arrest or play the Cult's Courier. I think like playing either of the couriers right now is probably bad, because in like the wrong matchup they just 2/3s for 3s for sure. Not terrible, but not great either. I'll probably board in the ones that I need when I know what my opponents are playing. I think just starting the arrest seems fine here. We technically have 12 creatures counting the Strand Walker, so it's not the worst. It's a little sketchy, but we've got a bunch of cards that cantrip and get us card advantage. So I think that our deck should be okay. We're lacking a bit in terms of Metalcraft to get stuff like Cult of the Phoenix out, but that's not a big deal. We don't absolutely need to get that Metalcrafted. It's still pretty good value at 5 mana 4/4 flying haste, obviously. So, the other option is probably playing the Flameborn Hellion, which is probably a better option than the Razorfield Rhino, anyways. The Hellion over the Arrest, maybe, or even the Hellion over something like, I don't know, cut an Ichor Wellspring maybe, but that cantrips really well with and works really well with a couple other cards in our deck. Like I have double Furnace Celebration. I have 2 cards that sack themselves and 2 cards as sack outlets. So, oh, actually, sorry, I have 4 cards that sack themselves and 2 other sack outlets. That's 6 sack triggers and 2 recurring ones. I think that's fine for 2. I could actually just cut 1 Furnace Celebration and play the Hellion, the Flameborn Hellion maybe, but I'm gonna try and get greedy and see where this deck goes, or how this deck pans out. So we'll see. 11-5-1, probably not 11. Maybe 10-6-1. The problem with the 6 is that whether or not I'm going to be able to get my double green in time. I think it should be okay, considering I have a Fear of the Suns as a green source as well. Yeah, this is a little bit on the sketchy side, but I think it should work out. I think I need as many red sources as I can, because I have so many double red and then triple red cards, so I have to play it this way. So we'll see where this goes. And anyways, we'll join you back here for round 1.